Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. We are here with Joshua Oosters, who has the better Burning Abyss list. Different Burning Abyss list.
Different Burning Abyss list.
You are focusing more on the Phantom Knights.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it like a Burning Abyss list. It's more like a Phantom Knight list, and then there happens to be some Burning Abyss monsters.
Yeah, because Griffins here are way too good.
Yeah.
So tell us about your thought process with this deck.
Okay, so basically, ever since the Blood Dragon PA deck, I felt like the Burning Abyss monsters aren't that good, right? They mostly just function like, as an engine, so you can resolve the Cherubini and do stuff with that. And then at some point the Trap Burning Abyss deck came up, which is like a lot better now because of Graf and Sarah going to 2. But I just feel like the Phantom Knight deck is like the Phantom Knight monsters are really strong because of the release of this guy, the Thorn Scale. And just want to have some space to play like hand traps and other form depending cards, right? And if you're maxing out on the Burning Abyss monsters, you're just missing out on the possibility to do that. So
Makes
that's
sense.
why I just basically focused on the Phantom Knight cards, and then the Burning Abyss monster just an engine to get the Phantom Knight part of the deck rolling, basically.
All right, so let's take us to the deck profile.
Yeah, so we're playing 3 of the best card, of course, which is Thorn Scale, which is the new starter. Basically, this card literally does everything in the deck. Discard plus any discard is basically the full combo for the deck. Discard ends exactly the same as Tour Guide. So these are basically equally as strong. And I would argue this one plays through hand traps a little bit better because you can discard sometimes the Fog Blade or Cloak or Gloves or whatever. And then if they come at you on this, you can still just do not the full combo, but like still a really good combo. Well, mostly if they come at you on this, then you just have to end your turn.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but you're obviously still playing this because it's way too strong. And then I think like at the end of the video, I'll show you like the combo and why they both end on exactly the same thing. You just get there in like a little different way.
Yeah.
So these are the 1-card starters for the deck basically. And then I play just 3 Burning Abyss monsters. Basically the same as the Blood Dragon deck. You just play this if you draw one of these. You could play like 2 Gruff and 2 Seer, which is technically a little bit better because it gives you more grind with the Seer. And it doesn't really matter if you draw one of them, obviously, because you just have the other ones in deck. But then you have to play like another brick because they don't really do anything in the hand. In this build anyway. So that's why I'm playing just the 3. But you could consider playing 2 of these and just none of these.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then the Phantom Knights is just basically old ratio.
All right.
I test like this because I just wanted to play like just play the starters, and then these are just like engine requirements. But I find in actual playtesting, you go into the grind game pretty often, and then you really just need the extra Phantom Knight cards.
I've noticed that as well.
Yeah.
The second cloak is really nice.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
are you playing the gloves though?
This one, it's just basically it comes up with the combo. So
Okay, sure.
usually, like you send this, and then you can you get to Fog Blade, and then you need that to do the full combo.
Okay,
So
we're gonna see that later. Yeah.
yeah,
I cut it out of my deck because it's just not that
Yeah,
much
it doesn't
utility
really-
for me. But
yeah, it doesn't really do anything in particular because it just gets you one of the other ones. I get that, but I don't know. I think it's alright. It's also just a good discard with the
true.
with the Thorn Scale.
True.
And then I play a triple Kagamusha Knight because it chain blocks Tour Guide from Gamma,
Nice.
and it's just basically with any level 3, it's you can still do some form of you can't do the full combo if you don't have Thorn Scale or Tour Guide, but you can still do like a combo.
Yeah, lots.
And then just play the Dangers and 1 random Weeder just for level 3 extenders basically.
Okay.
So like if you open, these are basically the extenders, so if you open these with any of the other Phantom Knights, you can still do a combo.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And then I play this because I play the Dragoon engine.
Yeah, kind of have to.
Yeah, which is really good, just helps you play through hand traps better. And then for the only hand trap, I decided to play the Bureau. Like you can play Ash, and then Ash is like semi-starter with all level 3 extenders.
Yeah.
Or Ogre or something like that. But I figured this is for now probably just the best one.
Yeah, that's kind of correct, this format. If you're
Yeah.
not maining Gamma, you should be maining this.
Yeah, exactly. And Gamma is obviously also an option, but I don't want to play too many too many bricks. Oh, and then just the 4th Thorn skills basically, or if you already have Thorn skills, you can get Boots or Kagamusha Knight. Like if you have Tour Guide, you get Kagamusha Knight with this, etc. Obviously, and then Foolish. The one of Call by the Grave.
Nice.
Yeah, just good. And then I played this because I think this card is really good. It also interacts with the Phantom cards really, really well because you can, if you fog bladed something, you can send the fog blade with this, and then you can still in the same turn banish the fog blade to summon something back.
Came up for me so many times too. This card is so good in this deck.
Yeah, exactly. And then I decided to play a triple of the Tactics. Just think it's really good. It's like a pseudo Call by the Grave. And because the deck has like a lot of steam, so if they hand trap you at some point, you can just do the draw 2 and then continue extending, or if your hand's like good, and it oftentimes is, you can just like look at the hand to shuffle back a card, like the second hand trap, or just something like mine or whatever, or a starter, if they don't have any, and then you can just combo anyway, then you should win, so that's nice.
Yeah, this deck is pretty versatile playing stuff.
Yeah, it has like so much more steam than the BA deck had before, so I really like that, and then obviously just the Raz Fusion.
Okay.
And then for the trap cards, 1 of this and 3 of the fog blades. You can play like 1 of the wings or the, what's it called, the sword to
extend a little bit more.
To extend even more. I tested it with 1 of the wings. I kind of liked it, to be honest, but still wings, like if you draw it, it doesn't really do anything.
No, it's broken. Protects your monster one time. No.
You can't even protect like a Dragoon, so.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm already like kind of convinced on the wing train, but I get it why you're not playing.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I tested with the deck quite a bit already, and like it's kind of good, but it's also sort of a brick, and I want to minimize all the bricks. So
yeah, I agree on that. Yeah.
So that's the main deck for the cards.
All right, for the extra deck.
Yeah, for the extra deck we're playing. I'm playing Link Spider. You just need this because of the combo. You go for the for this, and then you can make this, and then you can make Verte. So
nice.
Yeah, and also obviously just if they need Bureau, you can just make this with the token, and then you can make Verte. Basically, this just exists to make Verte. Then for Link 2s, I play just the Cherubini. It's basically the bread and butter of your combo. It gets everything going by itself. Like depending on if you open Tour Guide or Thorn Skills, you do different stuff with it, but it all ends in the same field.
Yep.
Then I play IP. This card, like, it could be Phoenix, or if you want to go that route, you can play the Union Carrier and the Buster Lock to end your combo with. Like, there's a lot of different stuff you can end on, basically. I'm still not entirely convinced what the best way is. Like, at the end of the video, I'll show you a combo, and then at the end, I'll show you what all the possibilities for the end field are. And then you can basically just what you think is best.
I really like IP because you have the versatility with the Fog Blade and stuff.
Yeah, it's really good for sure. And then Verte, I think this card's pretty mandatory. Best card in the deck is Rusty, obviously. Just does everything. This just is basically a stepping stone to go into this every time. Or sometimes into Appaloosa, but like we'll get into that. This card is just... It's really good. When it came off the banish, I thought it would like break the format, to be honest.
Me too.
But it's
it's actually like not that good.
Yeah, it's just good, but it's not format breaking. So I really like that, to be honest. I play Unicorn. It's just to like play through back row, and also just for the IP access code. No explanation needed. Appaloosa. So this, and then so the Levier. Just like in some combos, this comes up. If you just, it's basically like another, just a stepping stone to a Link 2 where you don't have to banish or Phantom Knight or get one of the banished ones back. So that's why you play this. And then I played double break swords. Because in the turn 1 combo, you use one. So then you still have the second one in the extra deck for your second turn where you need to like destroy stuff. And there's like a play with the Raiders Knight, where you go like break sword, pop something, then you summon 2 level 4s back, make this effect, and then you overlay the second one because it can it can go one rank higher or one rank lower, so just make another break sword and you can pop another card. Or, if that's not necessary, you can make the new Arc Rebellion Exquisite Dragon. And this is basically like akin to Utopia Double, where it just attacks for all the damage in the world, and then it's just game.
It's a super strong card.
Yeah, and then the last card in my extra deck is Evil Swarm Nightmare, which I make at the end of my combo with the break swords. But like you can also play the. I think I have something. I think I have it over here. You can like if you build the deck a little bit differently. Instead of this, you can play the.
Dark Rebellion,
the old Dark Rebellion Dragon, and then you can play the new rank up, which I also have here somewhere, I think. You can play like this one to make the Requiem Dragon, which is like dual count steroids basically for the deck. But the thing is, it requires one extra deck spot more than the
Dark Rebellion
XYZ.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I think this is like insanely strong, to be honest, the Book of Moon effect.
I can see it work, yeah. Also, extra deck, like you have the space, but you don't have the space, you know?
Yeah, but like there's definitely a way to build it with the Requiem combo. But I just think this is slightly better, and it just doesn't take so much space.
That makes sense.
Like this doesn't lose to the Zodiac deck which goes like Borbo, and then you just lose.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and the Requiem Dragon doesn't really stop that. So.
Okay.
That's it. I don't have a side deck at the moment because there's no events.
Yeah, so
you should basically just, I don't know.
Let's get the deck ready for some combos.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, we are back with the combo.
Yeah, so for the first combo, I'm just gonna show you the Torn Skills combo with one extender.
Yeah.
And then, like, it can be a danger, which is optimal because it summons itself back. But if you have like any random cards and like Kagamusha Knight, then you have to discard it and summon the Kagamusha Knight when you summon this. So yeah.
You open 5 cards, so it's not unrealistic to open any extender.
Exactly, and then at the end I'll tell you, like, if you don't open the extender, it doesn't differ that much. So if you open this, you just go normal summon the Torn Skill, discard this for the effect, and then you send Cloak, which is basically how you open any combo when you open the Torn Skills. And then in this case you discard this, so you summon this back. Then with the Cloak, we're gonna add the Boots, which we are going to summon, of course, because we control a Phantom Knight monster. Then we're gonna link these off, not to the bench though, for Cherubini. And then it's just slightly better to have it point to the Nightmare, because like if they come out the Cherubini, like it doesn't stop the effect, but they get rid of the Cherubini, which basically stops the combo.
Yeah, exactly.
So then with Cherubini, we're gonna send, obviously we're gonna send Graph, summon the Seer. Then like this is a point where they might need Biru, but for like, I'm just gonna show you the standard combo, so I'm just gonna make the Rusty now. But there is a variation of the combo where you go to Appaloosa first and continue playing. So we're gonna make the Rusty. Then we're gonna summon back the Cherubini. And at this point we still have the both the effect of these and the Rusty effect. So with Rusty we're going to send the gloves, and we're gonna set what's his face? The Shade Brigandine. We might as well just summon it now. Then with regular gloves, we're gonna banish it to send Fogblade. And then because we banished the ragged gloves, we can trigger the best card in the deck. Yes, this is still fine. Then I guess we can make Verte first, just slightly easier. We have to make the Link Spider, because Verte has to be made with 2 effect monsters. And then we're gonna use this to make the Verte. Then we're gonna use the effect. No, I'm just kidding. It's pretty bad.
And pass.
Yeah, there's still stuff to do. Let's see. Then I'm gonna overlay these in the zone for our friend Breaksword. Then it's gonna activate Rusty to pop the Breaksword, and then Breaksword is gonna trigger. We're just gonna summon back these guys, which are now level 4. So at this point, there's like a multitude of stuff you can do. You are locked into darks, but like potentially you could make the Rebellion Dragon with them, or you can make IP, or you could make a Union Carrier and then equip the Buster Whelp to Rusty, which is all fine. But for this combo, we're gonna make just rank 4 Dark, which is the Evil Storm Nightmare.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna activate this guy to summon the Dragoon.
Yeah, and at this point you still have your Fogblade in the grave, so you can summon back your Breaksword.
Yeah, exactly, which is like a quick play disruption, because if you summon it into the Rusty column, it's gonna trigger Rusty again, and then it's gonna destroy a card in your opponent's field. So basically, this would be like how many disruptions? 1, 2, 3.
One on
4.
negates, and
yeah,
like decks are gonna have a real tough time playing through the.
Yeah, the Evil Storm Nightmare is insanely strong.
When your opponent special summons a monster extra during damage step, you can detach one extra material from this card, change that special summon monster to defense position. That's not once per turn.
Exactly.
So, yeah, like realistically, you're gonna lock up like 2 zones. It's quite insane, honestly.
Yeah, and you still have like 3 cards in hand after you do this combo.
Yeah, exactly. Alright.
Like, if you don't open like the Tsuchinoko, you still end on basically the same field, except you don't have the Fogblade engraved for the additional pop of the Rusty.
Yeah.
But again, you still have like 3 cards in hand, which could be like another Fogblade or just hand traps or whatever. So
because then you would have banished the Fogblade for one of the Phantom Knights and then overlay it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
So that's like one of basically the main combo of the deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and the last combo you wanted to show you guys?
Yeah, so basically I'm going to show you the Turret combo, which is the same as the Tornskull combo. In the result, it just starts up a little bit differently, so that's why I'm going to show you. I'll just show it up till some point, and then you can figure out the rest by yourself, because it's just the same. But you'll figure it out. So you go like Turret, Graph, into Cherubini, of course. And then the Graph is going to summon the Seer. And then in this case, it's probably best to send a Cloak with Cherubini, but you can also send a Thornskill. This is just a little bit safer, because like if they disrupt you on the Rusty, you have the Cloak engraved to add the Thornskill for the next turn. Well, if you send Thornskill now and they disrupt the Rusty, you just have Thornskill engraved with nothing. So
yeah.
But if they don't play any disrupts, it doesn't really matter. Like it still ends the same. Then you're gonna make a Rusty. And now Rusty is gonna send the Thornskill there. And we're gonna set, of course, the Shade Brigandine. Then we're gonna banish the Cloak for the boots, of course. And then because we banish the Phantom Knights, we can summon the Thornskill. And then at this point, you just need any random discard. So let's say we have Kagamushi Knight to discard. We're gonna do that.
Then send the Fogblade again.
We're first gonna send the gloves, but yeah, eventually it's gonna end in the Fogblade. Then we're gonna summon this guy. Then there's like a multitude of ways you can do this, but I think the best one is to go for the first again. Then we're gonna link off
Any two.
these. It doesn't really matter, just as long as it includes the Link Spire, basically. Because we need to level 3 on field. And then the glove is gonna send the Fogblade again. Then the Fogblade, we're gonna banish to summon back the boots.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna do the breaks for play again, and we're gonna end on Bob itself, or Bob with Rusty, and then we end on this again.
Exactly. Then with a Dragoon next to it.
And then we're gonna summon the Dragoon, and once more, just like the first combo, if you had an extender, you also have you still have the Fob Blade Engrave for the additional pop with the Break Sword.
Nice.
So
All right.
that's basically the most standard combos of the deck for right now. And as I explained before, like you can do a lot of different stuff at the end. I just think this is probably playing the least bricks with the most power, because I just think Dragoon is really oppressive.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for the quick feature. Anything else you want to add to that?
Shout out to Complexity Card Gaming.
Nice.
Yep.
Like them on Facebook.
Like
Thank
us
you.
on Facebook.
Thank you, Joshua, and we will see you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.